Dallas, Texas has been the city that I've been really looking forward to covering ever since we started the deep dives in all of the cities in the DFW Metroplex. Because there's so many different ways, so many different angles, so many different stories that we could get into. So today we're going to look at the history of Dallas. We're also going to look at what it's like to live in Dallas. And we're also going to cover affordability, employment, lifestyle, and real estate. And something that we must do, especially with the city of Dallas, is compare it against its counterparts. How does it stack up to its surrounding cities? But all of this to say, today we're covering everything you need to know about Dallas, Texas. Dallas is located on the northeastern side of Texas, and it is the largest city in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Now, when it comes to accessibility to other parts of the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, Dallas is a little bit complicated because for all intents and purposes, the vast amount of major roads all lead to Dallas. You have Interstate 30 running east to west. You have Interstate 635 forming a semi-loop. You also have Interstate 20 traversing the southern part of the city. You have Interstate 35 East going from north to south, and you also have Interstate 45 going from north to south as well. Now, to give you an idea how far Dallas is from its western counterpart, Fort Worth, that's about 35 minutes. And if you're trying to get to the DFW International Airport, you're looking at about 20 to 25 minutes. Now, to give you a better idea of the traffic situation of what commute can look like traveling from Dallas, here's how far you can travel away from Dallas within 30 minutes, which, as you can see, you can get to about 70% of the DFW Metroplex relatively easily. So now that we have a better understanding of where in the world Dallas, Texas even is, I want to welcome you to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, the go-to real estate channel for the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. My name is Jaime Resendez. I'm a realtor and team leader able to help you make money in real estate, whether you're buying or selling. And we're on a mission to reach every DFW resident. So if you can hit that like button, it's going to really help us out. All right, so let's get back to Dallas, Texas, because this is what you came for. Dallas, Texas, located in Dallas County, is a vibrant city with a rich history. It was founded in the mid-1800s originally as a small trading post. However, the city soon began to grow, and by the time of the Civil War, Dallas had become an important center of trade and commerce. Now, after the war, Dallas continued to prosper, and by the early 1900s, it had become one of the largest cities in the Southwest. Today, Dallas is a thriving metropolis home to more than 1.3 million people. Now, while Dallas is best known for its booming economy and its prominent role in the oil industry, the city is also home to a vibrant art scene, a thriving food culture, and a rich history that continues to shape its present and future. And part of that history does involve a good amount of sports culture, given that Dallas has a professional team in all major sports, with the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, the Dallas Stars, and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, again, there's so many different angles, there's so many different stories, there's so many different ways that we can cover Dallas. So, to help us do that a little bit more effectively, I'm going to introduce niche.com, which interprets millions of public data sets all across the country comparing cities to each other. And as far as niche is concerned, Dallas receives an A- grade, having aggregated these 12 categories that you see on the screen. Now, that's what niche as an algorithm have to say, but what do Dallas residents, current and former, say about Dallas? And overall, with almost 1,300 reviews, Dallas receives a 4.5 stars out of 5, which is incredibly favorable, as you can see. However, I want you to check out those reviews yourself. I want you to take a deep dive in those 12 categories that we just saw. So make sure to catch the full report down in the description. All right, so here's where we really start having some fun. Let's start talking about parks. Let's start talking about the trails. Let's start talking about the recreation. What does life look like outside of our home and outside of our place of work? Really, there's nothing that you can't find in Dallas. Whether you're looking for activities around aquatics, any outdoor programs, state-of-the-art facilities, the parks and trails that are very important. From a parks perspective, the Dallas Park System is one of the largest municipal park systems in the nation, with 397 parks totaling over 20,000 acres of developed and undeveloped parkland. From a trails perspective, Dallas has over 160 miles of the most beautiful and diverse urban hike and bike trails in the country. From a facilities perspective, just take your pick. Whether you're looking for aquatics, recreation centers, golf courses, fitness centers, tennis centers, and any athletic field that you can imagine. And you can also count on any program imaginable. If you're looking for camps, there you go. If you're looking for team programs, Dallas has your back. And if you're into esports, You can participate in leagues and in tournaments. From a recreation standpoint, really the only thing that I can think of that Dallas wouldn't be able to cover your specific need would be skiing. Outside of that, you're pretty much covered. All right, so now let's look at one of the most important requirements for every homeowner, which is the school system. Because regardless if you have kids or you don't, the school system impacts you, number one, because of property taxes. You're paying property taxes based off of the ISD you're in. And secondly, the school system deeply impacts your resale value of the home that you own. The Dallas Independent School District is the second largest public school district in the state and number 16 across the country. Dallas ISD employs over 22,000 staff members to serve a diverse population of over 153,000 students across its 230 schools, which 37 of those schools happen to be high schools. So yes, the Dallas Independent School District is massive. But let's look at some numbers that might be important to you, such as the students per teacher ratio. In Dallas, the ratio is 15-1, which is right on par with the state average. Now, when it comes to the percentage of teachers with 3 or more years of experience, it's 81%, which is 3% less than the state average of 84%. Now, there's many things that I'm not able to get to, not only from the sheer size of Dallas ISD, but also as a real estate agent, there's things that I'm not able to cover. So for the full report on the Dallas Independent School District, make sure to check it out in the description. Now, what I am able to cover is a very important question, and that is there a Chick-Fil-A in Dallas? And of course, the resounding answer is yes. There's of course a Chick-Fil-A in Dallas. In fact, there's 21 of them. Now, the Chick-Fil-A situation may not be important to you, but it is to me, so I include it in every video. But with that being said, something that is going to be important for you is real estate, because regardless if you're renting or buying, real estate impacts you directly from a quality of life perspective, from a wealth building opportunity, from so much more. So let's start off by looking at Dallas from a macro perspective. The typical home value of homes in Dallas is $336,973. Now, this value is seasonally adjusted and only includes the middle price tier of homes. Now, brace for this, the Dallas home values have gone up 24.3% over the past year, which this 10-year graph gives you a great representation of what home prices have been doing as of late. And you see that drastic spike from 2021 to 2022. Now, given the size of Dallas, you're going to find a wide range of prices depending on the neighborhoods. You're going to find some neighborhoods that all of the homes in that neighborhood are over $1 million pretty comfortably. But you're also going to find some neighborhoods that are drastically less expensive than that. So this $337,000 as a median price range can be a little bit deceptive. But now that we know the median home price in Dallas, let's check out the surrounding cities. In Addison, the median home value is $479,000. Carrollton, $438,000. Richardson, $468,000. Garland, $322,000. Mesquite, $296,000. Botch Springs, $252,000. Hutchins, $250,000. DeSoto, $350,000. Duncanville, $300,000. Cedar Hill, $340,000. Grand Prairie, $343,000. Irving, $353,000. Farmers Branch, $392,000. And the median home value in University Park is $2,075,000. I tried to warn you, didn't I? Now, without much context, aka visuals, these numbers, these median home values can get lost on us. So check out the homes that are available for sale right now for the median home value of Dallas. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, chances are those homes have already sold. So for the current list of our preferred homes in Dallas, check out the link in the description. And to give you a great sense of what the monthly mortgage payment looks like on those homes, check out this video right here where I break it down. And it's very important that you watch that video, especially if you're out of state, because property taxes are a real thing here in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. In fact, they're some of the highest in the country, so make sure that you're prepared. And speaking of preparation, let's talk about the cost of living. The cost of living in Dallas overall is 4% higher than the national average. And when you isolate housing alone, you can expect to pay 3% higher than the average. With utilities, you're looking at 10% more. Now with groceries, you get a 2% discount. And with transportation, expect to pay about 10% less than the national average. Now at this point, if you're thinking, Jaime, Dallas is a city for me, then fantastic. Check out the link in the description where we can connect you with our top agents. However, if you're not quite sold on Dallas, check out these comparable cities that I think you might enjoy. I want you to check out Arlington, Texas, and I also want you to check out Plano, Texas as well.